Esmond here for Winners and Winers. Remember, hit the bell, like us, subscribe, do all those things. And most importantly of all, keep going to the website at Winners and Winers and look at those premium picks. The video is great, folks, but we get judged as prognosticators here. Our records are based on what we put in our premium picks, so make sure you're checking those out. Well, as Tom Hanks said, there's no crying in baseball, but Derek Carr, quarterback of the awful Las Vegas Raiders, put the crying in football last week, choking up several times as a post-game press conference, and why wouldn't he? The team is in full dumpster fire mode. And speaking of hiring, the Raiders have so badly handled their finances, they can't afford to fire their coach, McDaniels, no matter how awful he is, because they don't have enough money to pay his contract out, which is guaranteed, and hire a new coach. So there's that. The starting QB is an emotional wreck. The new star receiver is already hinting at a trade demand. The star tight end's toughness is being questioned by his teammates and management. The top running back is barely being used. The offensive line can't block. The defensive line can't rush. The linebacking core has no core, and the corners and the safeties are subpar, but they have a field goal kicker. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like the play? Look. On the other hand, I mean, the Broncos, who they play this weekend, not that much better. They're close to firing their head coach. The 5-year contract they gave it for Russell Wilson looks terrible. They have a receiving core that was overrated and is now overrated and riddled with injuries, but they have a great defense, top 5 in the NFL. Weather in Denver this weekend, balmy, 47 degrees, a lovely afternoon for the Raiders to lose. And it's going to be a great night in Denver, as that's exactly what's going to happen. The Denver Broncos are going to dispatch the Raiders in a boring game that ends something like 17-3, 17-10. The Raiders offense is going to find it nearly impossible to score against the Denver Broncos. Derek Carr is going to be sacked 5, 6, maybe 8 times. Josh Jacobs, he's getting nothing going on the ground. And the Raiders defense is going to be bad enough to let the Denver Broncos' awful offense score anyway. A few numbers. The Raiders ranked 24th in rushing and the Broncos 25th. This is somehow with the Raiders having one of the best running backs in the league. The Raiders will allow 126 yards rushing per game and the Broncos 106. Vegas passes for 228 yards per game. Denver for 224. The Raiders have Devontae freaking Adams. Denver has nothing. And Russell Wilson's been terrible. And they almost have as many passing yards per game as it's insane. Denver is the worst touchdown scoring offense in the NFL, and the Raiders rank at the bottom third of the league in the red zone. But get this, Vegas has the worst red zone defense in the NFL, allowing to score a whopping 72% of the time they allow a touchdown. The Broncos have the best red zone defense in the NFL, allowing just 28% of the time a TD. That's the critical difference in this game. The Raiders' defense is a revolving door in the red zone. The Broncos are a brick wall. Take the Broncos and the points, -2.5, which seems generous to me. I think the Broncos win this game by around a touchdown. I'm Esmond for Winners and Winers. Keep coming back, checking the picks. Check out people's free picks in the videos. After all we're doing here at Winners and Winers is trying to make you a better